Long ago, in the vast kingdom of Babylon, there ruled a powerful king named Nebuchadnezzar. His kingdom was rich and mighty, and his word was law. One day, in his pride and desire for total loyalty, he commanded a massive golden statue to be built. It stood tall in the plains of Dura, glittering in the sun, and he issued a decree to all the people of the land. When you hear the sound of the music, he declared, you must bow down and worship the golden image I have set up. Anyone who refuses will be thrown into a blazing furnace. Among the many in Babylon were 3 young Jewish men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who served in the king's court. Though they lived in Babylon, they worshipped the one true God, the God of Israel. When they heard the king's decree, they knew they could never bow down to a lifeless idol, no matter the threat. The day came when the music played, and all the people fell to their knees in fear and obedience, except for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They stood tall, refusing to worship the golden image. Word quickly reached Nebuchadnezzar that these men had defied his command, and in a furious rage, he summoned them to his throne. Is it true, the king bellowed, that you do not serve my gods or worship the image I have set up? If you do not bow when the music plays, you will be thrown immediately into the blazing furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hand? The 3 men answered calmly, with unwavering faith. O king, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. The God we serve is able to deliver us from the furnace. But even if he does not, we will not serve your gods or bow down to your image. Nebuchadnezzar's face twisted with rage. How dare they defy him? He ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual, so hot that even those who approached the furnace felt its scorching heat. The king's soldiers tied up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and threw them into the fiery blaze. The heat was so intense that the soldiers themselves were killed by the flames as they carried out the king's orders. Nebuchadnezzar stood back, watching the flames consume the furnace. His anger was fierce, but his curiosity soon took over. Suddenly, his eyes widened in shock. He jumped from his seat, his face now filled with confusion. Weren't there 3 men that we tied up and threw into the fire? He asked his advisors. I see 4 men unbound and walking around in the fire, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods. Nebuchadnezzar could hardly believe his eyes. He saw the 3 men walking freely inside the blazing furnace, unharmed by the flames that should have destroyed them. And there, beside them, was a mysterious 4th figure, radiant and powerful, walking alongside them in the fire. Who was this 4th man? The king could not understand, but he knew something extraordinary had taken place. Quickly, Nebuchadnezzar rushed to the furnace and called out, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out. To the amazement of everyone gathered, the 3 men stepped out of the fire, completely unharmed. Their clothes were not scorched, their hair was not singed, and not even the smell of smoke clung to them. It was as if the fire had no power over them at all. Nebuchadnezzar was overwhelmed with awe. He praised the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, declaring, Praise be to the God who sent his angel to rescue his servants. They trusted in him and defied my command, willing to give up their lives rather than worship any god but their own. No other god can save in this way. Though the text of the story does not name the 4th man, many believe that he was either an angel sent by God or a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus Christ himself, walking through the fire to protect and deliver his faithful servants. This miraculous event not only saved Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but also transformed the heart of a pagan king. Nebuchadnezzar had witnessed firsthand the power of the Most High God, the one who walks with his people even through the fiercest trials. The story of the 4th man in the blazing furnace remains a powerful testament to God's presence with his faithful, even in the midst of the fire.